with pain when I was 16 years old. It was midnight. My cramps in my belly were familiar experience, monthly experience. I knew what to do. There is a pain medication waiting for me in the cabinet door. I walk over there, I open the door, no pain medication. What's a girl to do? I went back to bed. I knew I had a big test the next day. I lie there, and there was a little voice saying, imagine you took the pain pill. I followed the simple instruction. My body got relaxed. I fell asleep. I found my own pharmaceutical company. My serotonin and my dopamine were right here in my own brain. I didn't have a name for them, but I knew I found something. I looked around and I noticed that everybody I know reached out to pain medication, to alcohol, to something to numb up their pain, their physical or emotional pain. So I look around and I see what happened when we didn't have all those available painkillers. And I wonder, where can I find an answer for that? My ancestor, maybe. But then I look at the animal, and I saw what they do. When you see a deer get hurt, what does a deer do? Stop, right? And then what happened? It started find itself, start breathing, start moving a little bit, try to find a safe place, and his body is collapsing, contracted, and gradually, it starts moving and looking for ways to get back into his body. It will take a very short time if it's a small injury, or it could take a longer time. But it's find a resource inside that nervous system. I'm part of the same kingdom, from the mammal kingdom. Me too have the same nervous system. What are you doing when you have pain? What is your strategy? So I'm here to talk about how pain can enhance our life. When we came to this world, we have this little body, little package. It was a little system. A system that has many subsystems. All of the subsystems has to work together with each other and harmoniously. I think about it as the rolling hill in California. After the rain, beautiful green hills with a sunny sky. All those beautiful systems are a miracle, basically. And when something happens to us, all the systems are collapsing. The whole system has something, every part of the system has something to do with it. When we get injured, a major sensory impact on our nervous system. The nervous system has two parts. One of them is from the periphery to the brain, and then from the brain down. From the periphery to the brain, any injury that happened into your limbs will affect the stimulation that go back to your brain, and it will make the brain go in New York City at New Year's Eve with fireworks. Right? It's really chaotic. Overstimulation. So we have a reaction. We have a reflex. What's our reflex to do? We stop our breathing. We also have a reflex that makes us contract our body, and we don't want to move. We don't want to send the breath to that area. The next thing we're going to do is to have a catastrophic thinking. Most of likely we're not going to think, oh, it was a nice thing, nothing happened to me. Most of the time you have, I have to get going, I have to do what I need to do, and avoid it. Or you go, oh my God, my life is falling apart. Or a total knee replacement waiting for me with this little knee pain. So we have catastrophic thinking. This is a meta conversation that happens in our brain. When we get injured, it's catastrophic. And when we don't get injured and things are going well, it's a nice conversation. But it is a reflex thinking. It's not something that you desire to have. It's not your CEO, your upper cortex that's saying to you, I know what to do, and let's be curious, and let's do it. We become very, very cautious because we have pain. We're losing the most important things, which is our curiosity. We are afraid. We are worried. We don't want to have the pain. We are protecting ourselves. We're going around being geared to protection constantly. That protection becoming to be not exactly a supportive act. A protection is a constant sending message from your brain to say alarm, 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 when the alarm is gone, when there is no need for it. It's become to be habitual in 3 days. 3 days after every injury, your body, if you didn't pay attention to the protection mechanism, it's become to be your new normal. The new normal is not exactly helpful for you. Well, Jennifer, she's a 15 years old, came to my clinic one day. She loved to dance and do many sports. She had a knee pain. Her knee pain, nothing happened to her knee. But a few years ago, she injured her ankle. She never paid attention to it. She never did anything for that. But now the knee pain is way too much. So the knee pain really came from the ankle pain. That's what happened when protection mechanisms happen and you don't pay attention to it. You just protect and you stay with it. Pain is a very good friend. Pain is a very good friend. Why would I say that? Without pain, where would we be? Without pain, the pain is a messenger that's telling us something going on here. It invites us to come to notice ourselves. In your car, which is a system on its own, there is a red light. When it's happened, what do? You may stop, you may take the car to the mechanic, and somebody look under the hood. But what happens when we have pain? How much we want to ignore it, to shut it down, to cut the wire that we don't feel it. Yet the pain is invitation for you to feel what's going on. What's going on internally in your own body. And as you listen to it, you may find different ways of recovering from it. When I was in my 30s, I woke up one morning. I'm a physical therapist in a very prestigious hospital dealing with back problems. I woke up that morning and my back seized on me. I could not move. I was stuck to the bed. It was not a nice scene, being a physical therapist with a back pain. I thought I knew what to do, yet I did not. My body was like holding me. I'm not holding my body, I'm being held, protected. And as so, I had lots to do. I had to go to work, and I had to live, and I'm by myself. So it's a very dangerous time. The mind is going crazy. It took me 1.5 years to deal with this pain. This pain was my teacher. I did not know then. Nothing helped me. No physical therapy, no acupuncture, no chiropractor, nothing helped. And I did not know why. I find out why very later in life. It took me 1.5 years to figure out what happened. I ended up in a Feldenkrais class. In the Feldenkrais class, what happened, I noticed that I'm not breathing well. I noticed that my mind firing negative thoughts and afraid of every movement. Say, oh, if you do that, it will hurt. If you do that, it will hurt. I also noticed that I'm not curious. I just want to get rid of this pain. Tell me what to do and I will do it. I will take care of it. And I give my body and you take care of it. But this time it was me taking care of me. So, as I learned to take care of myself, and I learned to listen to my breathing, and as I learned to listen to my thoughts, as I learned to get curious about myself, I met myself again. I met my mind that became habituated. You know, I'm not taking pain medication, right? So I have to deal with all what's coming up and to free myself. The pain medication just shut down my ability to take care of myself. And as you drive your car with the light on, with the red light on, a few hundred miles, you know what will happen, right? So the same things will happen to our body if we don't pay attention to the pain. Pain for our brain is the same pain if it's emotional or physical. It's in the brain, it's in the same location. And the pain in the brain basically stopping us from our action. So what we can do? Can we stay in our habitual pattern of ignoring it or shutting it down with pain medication or protecting ourselves and holding our breath a little, breathing a little bit and contracting our muscle just not to be worried about it? No. We have ways to deal with it. So I'd like all of you to do something with me. Some of you are already doing it. Fold your arms like that. Good. And now, fold your arm the opposite way. Did you feel something? Did your mind play a little game with you? Do you know you did it? Did you do exactly the opposite way? Are you sure you did it? There is a process here, right? This process is essential to find out the difference between your intention and your action. When your intention and your action are not exactly the same, we keep doing the same mistake over and over and over again. And that's what Feldenkrais teaches a lot. It teaches about our habitual way of doing things we don't know we do. We have many things we do we don't know we do, the very things that are causing us pain and suffering. So, in the brain we have three parts to our brain. They all get injured when we get hurt. They get overstimulated. The first one is your lower brain. And to access that, you might find a way to find your own breathing mechanism. Because you know what happened in the injury. It just ripped off from you. You stop breathing. The mechanism is not at its optimal place. So we need to learn about breathing in a normal time when we don't have pain. We can do it. It's very easy to do. Then we go to the second part of the brain. The part of the brain that have all this emotion. All the emotions live there. And all the conversation that we have are there. And when we are in pain, and it's overwhelming, it's usually negative thoughts. So bring yourself to that I don't know land. Find yourself back to the place that maybe this thought is not really producing some positive outcome. Question the thought. There we have the two brains. The one we have the CEO, which we don't have the picture here, but we also have the upper cortex, which is the part that is designed to be curious, not cautious. So every time you are careful, say, I don't do it because, I don't want to do that because you are careful. You are not curious. And we want to bring curiosity back to your body, back to your being. So this is our brain in a good day. This is our brain in trauma or in injury, emotional or physical, and we need to train ourselves. So we need to train how is it a good brain can function. So when we get help, we know what to do. What do we do? We need to find everybody to help us. We have to go back to our family, to our friends, because we don't want to be isolated. Most of us get isolated when we have pain. We don't want to disturb them. We don't want to be a nuisance to somebody. We want to be, oh, my pain will be disturbing. And then you try very hard to ignore your pain and do what the other people are doing with you. You don't want to do that. You want to connect to yourself, but go with them, be with them. They need you. Any animal go to their herds or to their clan and have them helping each other. The other things that the animals do that we don't do, they don't strengthen and stretch their muscle. What do? They move from inside. They do what they call pendiculation. They do movement that have nothing to do with the right movement to go somewhere. They have curiosity in their movement. The injury or whatever happened to them, they're sending the breathing into that area. So I invite you to stay more curious about yourself. I got so curious when I was in the Feldenkrais class. I took a little roller like that. It's part of our Feldenkrais equipment. Took a roller like that home with me, and I play with it for 3 months, 3 hours a day. I was bored. I have no life. But my life was to recover. My pain was holding me as a hostage. I could not move. So I had to invest time in myself. I did not know what's going to happen. But I had one guideline, maybe 2 or 3. One of them was my breathing. The other one, my thinking. And the third one is my curiosity. And I use them playing on this little equipment. I cut it, I shape it, I made lots of things with it. And it became to be an amazing tool to get me free from my pain. Many people see it, right? You have seen it around many places. 25, 30 years ago, you wouldn't see it anywhere, because there was nobody was doing it then. I know you're all going to have a wonderful life, and I know in your life you will have pain. So if you remember anything from what I say today, just play with it a little bit. Thank you so much.